Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. Thank you very much for dealing with the last 2 weeks where we've only had 3 episodes a week, and they've all been pretty long because I'm trying to squeeze more into those episodes because there's only 3. But we are now back to our regularly scheduled 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So I hope that works for all of you. And in today's episode, we're going to have a shorter episode because the last ones have been so darn long that I feel like I should really start, cutting back a little bit. So today we're going to look at the oil industry and trains. Tomorrow we're going to go back into our university because the university just leveled up. So we got the auditorium, the bookstore, the labs. So that is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to do that next episode because I feel like we've been doing tons of university stuff the last couple episodes. So, just trying to split it up a little bit. One thing I do want to say is I know the tram line was a bit messy last episode. So what I've been doing is I have revised the tram lines. So let's just take a quick look at that. So one thing, I've pushed this downwards a little bit. I think this should probably be over here because it was just getting a bit tight right here. So I moved that. I haven't touched the yellow line. The purple line, we're all good here, except I've ended it over here now. This is to kind of give a bit more of a transition to the this bus line we have, and the transition point onto the Queen Street line, which is the red line, is also over here now. And the reason is because Thornton Square was getting a bit backed up, and I just want to talk about what I've done. So I've also split up the red line. So now the red line, which is the Queen Street line, links up over here with the green line, which is just the same line, but I've split it in two, with Thornton Square being a stopping point for that. And if you're wondering why they're all bunched up, well, I just added a bunch more trams on, so they're just unbunching, like right before this video. So they will all unbunch, and everything will be good to go. All right, so there's tons of people using this, which is great to see. Yeah, see, these ones are just skipping by because they're just unbunching. And I've also added more onto the red line. I'm also still looking for good assets. One thing I want like a 2-lane tram line, like 2 distinct lines of tram track. And I was looking in the workshop before this, and I just couldn't find one in time for this episode, but that is something I'm going to be looking for because it'd be nice to be able to split the stops up and them not have to queue up behind the other trams that are waiting to, pick up passengers. Like say I had the green line over here or something like that. The green line would stop here, the red line could pass it while it's picking up passengers and then pick up their people, and then the green line could come over here and pass it, or the other way around probably is better. But anyway, so let's go to the oil industry, which leveled up a little while ago. But, the university was so important when we were, like last week, or 2 weeks ago, I forget when this leveled up exactly, but I wrote it down. So we're going to upgrade the oil industry, Autumn Oil Group. So it hit level 4. It's a bit surprising, to be honest, because it's pretty small. So this is what we'll upgrade, but the title of the episode is probably what you probably clicked on is train lines. So we're gonna just do this pretty quickly, and let's get out of this view here. All right, so there is a bunch of oil to extract, and we do have an ability to get a bit more here. So I do have that that cheat mod on that you don't lose oil. Oh no, we had this one from last time. Okay, so I won't add any more of that. I think maybe we got this oil drilling rig. Yeah, maybe that was it. So let's just wait on that for a little bit. But we did get the oil industry maintenance building, and that is great to see. So we did get the barracks. So the maintenance building, let's throw in somewhere. I think this area is kind of developing into like maybe where all the trucks and the business takes place. So why don't we put it right here so that, let's move it over a little bit. so that all the trucks can just go right off into this interchange. Make things a bit easier. And let's just make sure that their spawn points pulled a bit back and into the gate actually too. All right, perfect. So now that we've placed this here, this kind of means that this area is all unusable land. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make it usable land. So we're going to put a dirt path in right here. And just by doing that, it kind of creates a lot of, well, it creates use for the land. And then let's just get a couple of these trees in here, because, you know, this is the business part of the build here, and we're gonna make it look nice. So we'll put some trees along here. I don't want to get too close to this interchange because we're probably going to change that eventually. But yeah, it looks nice. So people coming in, they think the oil is a bit better than it is. You know, not yeah, it's a good face for a dirty industry. All right, so this, you know, it increases the utilization rate and reduces the wastage. That's fantastic. And let's continue adding to this. So we also got the upgraded refineries as well. So we have the oil sludge, whatever that word is, plant. And then we also got the waste oil refining plant. So this one produces 8,000, whereas its shorter version produces 4,000. So I think what we can do is we can eliminate these ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game, and I'm going to remove these. And we will just stick with the newer ones. So let's just make sure that's the right one. Yep. And let's place this down right here, and we'll just, you know, switch them out. Yeah, they're the same size. So look at that. So we just kind of like doubled up our production, and we didn't even really do anything. So that's great. Let's just maybe add one more in because we can, and we probably should. So let's see, there's one thing right here. So why don't we look at, let's throw it on this road here. Add one of those in, and then we also got the large tanks. Okay, so this is what I was planning on putting over here. Let's put it a bit off center here, but like lined up with this. And then we can kind of look at adding in a couple other things in here in the future. So let's grab our industrial road. Where is it? It's been a little while since I played the game, actually. So I pre-recorded a bunch for the series, or sorry, while I was away. And yeah, like it's been almost 2 weeks since I played, over a week and a half. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so anyways, now I think what I should probably do is move this over here. Yeah, this is probably a bit better. Let's move it. That's the one I need. I think it's showing that I haven't played in a little while. Missing things, forgetting things. All right, so let's just kind of blend that in a little bit more. And then we can, as the demands grow, we can add on to this. We can also like pretty much extend it right out to here. We could make a connection, but I just don't want cars to sneak by. We do have the spawn point over here, so they wouldn't be able to anyways. Perhaps what we should do is make this not a one-way now. So let's change that up. All right, so we got 2 nodes right here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna hold Alt down. I'm just gonna shift it down, and then we'll just kind of smooth it out a bit more. That's a bit better. And we're just gonna fix up the concrete here. Oops, close enough. All right, so let's see what else we got in the oil group. I think we got this one last time. Yeah, it looks like it. And same with that. So I think we're just kind of waiting on a couple other things to get, and that is the offshore oil drilling, which we're not going to do, and then what is that, naphtha cracker plant. Okay, and then we'll look at detailing this at a later date. So let's just make sure that nothing else is going crazy over here. Yeah, we're not importing anything. We're producing what we need, it seems. I think we could probably do with upping our plastic production now that we've got a couple factories as well. So that's what we will add in. So that's this. petrochemical plant. We only have 2. Let's just add in 1 more down here, and we could probably just finish off that area. Yeah, that's okay. And you know, that'll just kind of bump up our production. And something is full. What is full? This is what I like doing here. Just kind of scanning the scanning the city for what's full, and it's this. Okay, so you'll start emptying that. There we go. All right. So now we look at some trains. So a little while ago, when we built our first train yard, which, yeah, this is the only train yard in the city right now, we decided that we were going to branch off here and go towards the ore industry, build another train cargo yard. And the idea was that these 2 train stations will have access north, and then most of their exports will go north out of the city. But then this line comes down to here and then splits off either direction. So this will get really congested with trains if we add too much. So we're gonna have to look out for that and make sure that if we do decide to add in some more train demand for this area, we're gonna need to expand it, and we have the ability to do that, which is good and pre-planned a little bit. So we'll have to look out for that, and I will be reworking this maybe this week. I don't know, I have it written down. But if we get a line that goes over here, follows this train line, there's a train line right here. We go over here, we go over under the highway, we can connect up into cottage country over here, and that will really take a lot of pressure off of this line for through traffic, because we'll kind of create a connection that can go north from here. So that's what we will do for the rest of the episode today, plus 1 cargo train yard. So I am using just the basic cargo rail line, nothing special about that, and we're just going to go straight right off of here for the bridge. All right, yeah, we'll level that off, and then the next issue is going to be this road access here. So this road is definitely going to sink down. So let's figure out where we're going to kind of go first. So we are going to bring the rail over here, and we're going to kind of follow this terrain line. So why don't we just kind of give a bit of an overview for this next step. So here's the topography. What I'm thinking is we get a cargo yard over here. We'll bring it out, not from the roundabout. I mean, we could probably get that connection in over here eventually, but I think maybe we look at bringing in that connection from right here. We can elevate this road, or maybe just from over here, I don't know. But we'll get a cargo yard right in here, and then that rail will kind of follow right along this contour line. We'll start sloping up right here, and we'll kind of jump over the river, and we'll follow the mountain base pretty much, and we'll kind of come on this side of the lake to connect up into here. So this is where it does start sloping upwards, which is why I kind of wanted to start getting on the grade a little bit, because another option is we could just come over here, and that would be fine too. So I guess we'll make our decision in a few minutes. So let's hop into this. So we're right here. We're ground level now. Let's just go freeform, and let's just kind of start at a 180-degree angle. And let's see, I want to kind of curve in right about here. I think that's pretty good curve for what we need. So we'll just place it down. It's not too sharp. And then what we'll do is, it actually looks pretty good. But what we'll do is we'll take the rail line here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to upgrade this to an elevated piece. So the node is right over top of the highway, which is, oh wait, yeah, okay, yeah, that is what I wanted to do. Sorry, I think I mentioned this before, but when I record after work, my brain is just not there. All right, so perfect. We'll sink it down a bit more. Let's wait for a truck to come by. Tons of space. Okay, so why don't we bring it up just a touch more then? Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then I'm going to grab this node. I'm going to hold Alt down with the Move It mod. And I'm going to throw it right underneath here. And the reason for that is because I want to use that node as a bit of a base for our slope upwards. So we'll slope the objects. And then, so I went 3 after this node. Perfect. And then I will continue that over here. So we're going to go 3. Slope objects. All right. And then by extending the elevated rail right here, what this has allowed us to do is we're going to be able to really make this sloping look, or make this terrain look a bit nicer around the rail line. All right. There should probably be a poster too, but it works. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so that swings all the way over here. And, ooh, this is running out of metal. So that tells me we need to produce more metal. And you know what? We can do that because we're just about to expand out over here. So now I think the next step is to get this cargo yard in. So why don't we grab this 2-lane one-way road. And what we could do is we could make it so that it's like a one-way system this way. And then we could have the rail yard over here somewhere, but I don't know. Let's see. We've kind of cut off all this access from these intersections, but this is a pretty simple move right here. So I'm going to move this over here. We don't need the taxi depot over here. Why don't we throw the taxi depot somewhere a bit more realistic, I guess. That's right on the tram line. Okay, well I want to keep it... this could be a good spot right here. Alright, so let's grab the movement mod. I'm going to grab these little brushes. We're just going to move them over here. And let's see where this... yeah, let's move the spawn point. Ooh, wait. This isn't looking right because of the fence here. So what we can do is we can just kind of make it seem like this building's right on the sidewalk. Kind of put those fences together. I guess what we could probably do is just fix it by, you know, moving this fence back. There we go. And then we'll just kind of connect it up right here on this post. Perfect, okay. And then we'll move this node over. Perfect, look at that. I guess they could come out over here too. But that's okay. Alright, so that kind of works for that area. Don't you think? Alright, so let's now take these trees here. We'll remove them because we don't really need them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this back to right here. Okay, so I think what we want to do here then is we're going to start elevating the highway a bit sooner, and we'll get the trucks to go underneath. Yeah, I think so. This might get a bit hectic though with the amount of traffic over here already. Yeah, okay, we're going to call a mulligan on that plan, and we're just going to go with our original one. Okay, so that means what we could do is we could just have the same in and out kind of road right off of here. And that could work, but we need to definitely upgrade the infrastructure ahead of time then. So that means, oops. So that means we'll have to upgrade this road. Down to about there, that's probably fine. And then I also will want to upgrade this road, but let's just do asymmetrical versions of this. So we'll bring it down to here. I'll flip it around at about that point. And then we'll do the same thing. Oh no, this will have to be a 4-lane. And then right here is where we will change that up. So this is where we'll get this asymmetrical road again. We'll bring it in, like so, flip it around. So that means this way cars kind of have access on both sides of things. Get some dedicated turn lanes through here. Let's make sure there's no traffic lights, so I'll make some yield signs. And we'll do a yield over there. Perfect. Okay, so I mean, we could probably get a nice symmetrical road over here as well. But I think what's going to happen here with this rail line is we're going to probably need to lower this road. So from about here, let's lower it down a bit. Probably more than was needed, but let's now grab the rail. And we might need to actually tweak that road anyways, or that highway. Okay, so let's see. We're going to bring it right over here like so. Nice. All right, so now let's elevate this. Let's just bring it back over here. All right, so now we're gonna need to grab all these nodes for the rail, and we're gonna say, just get to this height. And perhaps what we need to do is start raising it up a bit sooner, because otherwise we could also tunnel. No, let's stick with what we're doing. Right now this is a bit steeper. Yeah, okay, why don't we start raising this up a little bit? So right here, oh, let's undo that. I'm gonna grab that node and this node. And then we're just, oh, didn't grab that one. There we go. We're just gonna raise it up ever so slightly. Right there, that works. And then with this node, I'm gonna lower it. And this one too. Okay, I'm gonna grab these ones. We're gonna do a bit of a slope. Slope the objects, and then let's see if this is tall enough. Oh, it's too tall. I think we'll leave it though, just for a bit of realism, and then we can lower this one a bit then. Okay, there's a garbage truck right there, or a dump truck. Yeah, that's more than enough height. Okay, so we're gonna slope this a little bit. Cool, all right, and then that means we're going to need to raise this node ever so slightly. Apparently this pillar wasn't on the node, so we'll have to raise that a little bit. That's fine. All right, and then this one I want to get to the same height. And then since it's a train, it needs a very long distance to gain a grade. So there's like a mathematical calculation that you can do to actually decide or see like how big of a grade it's going to be, like it's going to need for some realism, but we're just going to kind of wing it and say that that's long enough for it to get up maybe 5 meters, 4 meters. And then what we'll do though is we'll also upgrade this section to be elevated. It's a bit steeper, or probably a bit more expensive than would be needed, so why don't we revert it back to ground level. Yeah, I don't think they would do that part as ground level, so take it back. Alright, so yeah, that's fine. Now let's just smooth it out. All right. And then we'll come back over with the smoothing tool, a bit smaller, a bit lighter. Fantastic, okay. And that again is not the right height, so we're gonna grab this, Control H. Perfect. It's getting a bit tight, but it's fine. Oh, did I not grab it? There we go. Alright, so let's just take this node, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make a bit more of a slope. Yeah. Alright. So, now that we got that in place, we can now look at taking this road here. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to use the move it mod for this instead. Just going to pull it back a bit. Yeah, that's good. Just lower it down a touch. And then what we'll do is we'll take our industrial road and we will actually let's just get the train station in. So let's see, I would like the train station to be about here, I think. So let's just roughly estimate putting it here. Let's grab the train yard, cargo yard. Perfect. I'm gonna grab the move it mod here. Oops, shouldn't grab the segment and this. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna push it right back to about here. Or we can bring it in farther and make a bit of like a rail yard kind of look for it. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, well, we can kind of bring it in like this. We have enough space to get a couple warehouses and stuff over here, or some industrial growth. And we can get we have a lot of space over here for connection with our roundabout. Sorry. And now from here, we have our bypass lane, which is the original line. But what we'll need to do is we'll need to get this to connect up properly. And yeah, this is always a bit tricky. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of get this to, maybe it's not far enough down. All right, let's bring it out to about here. I think this will be good. And what I'll do is I'll just let's turn the curve off. We'll just do this, and this is going to be its direct line connection to this other one. And it does have the line connection, so that's good. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of make this one straight. It will come out to about there. So the train will kind of go right through here, turn off, into the rail yard, and then right from about here, I want to create a bit of a rail yard. So probably something I probably should have done in our oil industry, but we can play with that. Whoops. We can play with that a bit later in a future detailing episode of the oil industry. So we got that in place, nice. All right, I'm gonna grab these two, I'm gonna copy it. Perfect. All right, and then, whoops. Then let's just connect up. So these are gonna be non-functional. Ooh, how about something like this? And this can connect up. Okay, so we'll just kind of pull this back a little bit. And we got ourselves a bit of a rail yard. So what I should probably do is probably connect a couple of these over here. And these will be kind of like our through connections. And if you notice, I'm being really careful as to not connect to the original line we built, because I don't want trams or trains to think that they can jump through there. So let's just bring these out a bit. All right, so it's a bit of like an older yard. And then how about we can get a, we'd probably get another connection right through here. Cool. All right, it's a bit sloppy, not gonna lie, but we have a couple connections. I think I can probably do this a bit nicer, Steven. I think honestly, I think this is fine. But let's get this and connect a bit nicer. Alright, so we'll pull this over. We'll swing this down a bit. It's all non-functional anyway, it's just for the look. So as long as the lines stay formed, it's fine. And then what we can do is we can grab the surface painter and then just bring in the debris. I think that's what it's called. Gravel. Oh, okay. And fill in all the gaps. And it helps make it kind of fills it in, you know? Alrighty. So we spent more time detailing this than I kind of anticipated. I kind of like the bushes in here. I don't think I'll leave the tree. Alright, so now that we got this in place, what I want to do is I want to go into TMBE here and pretty much throw a speed limit of like 50 on these segments so that trains don't come through here with like a bypass. I think this works. Let me know if it doesn't in the comments. I've seen other people do it before, but let's get some pavement over here actually. Take pavement to this first rail line. Whoops. Whoa. No, I thought I clicked it. There we go. Alright, well, the gravel has bled over. Okay, so now that we got that in place, let's stop twiddling around with this thing and get a nice connection in. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then we'll just grab this, hold Alt down, but nice of a connection. Alrighty, and then we'll go into the spawn points mod right here, and this is the cargo train. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want to bring it in like so. So what's going to happen is these trucks are going to swing down here, and then they're going to just loop around. So that's why we kind of need to look to get a connection over here, so that cars can come from both sides. But making it a one-way system is a bit easier for traffic. So perhaps what we'll do is we will do actually then instead is we're just going to upgrade this part right here to a one-way little loop. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it a bit of a box here. So let's grab this one. We'll swing down like this. I don't know if this is the best idea. So we come on a one-way loop here, and then what we'll do is we'll just swing this down like this, bring it in, and then let's get a couple of these warehouses in here. Where are they? Here they are. All right. So now that we got those, I'm just gonna grab both of these, shift it over. All right, and then I'm gonna grab these and we're just going to swing it in. Because now it's kind of like it's a yard that holds a cargo yard. That's the term. So it is just a bit too long. I wonder if it works. It does work. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what we will do is we'll grab the surface painter and oh, jeez. I know you guys can't hear it, but the commercials play when I'm listening to the radio, and when they occur when I'm trying to record, it is the most distracting thing. All right, so let's, all right, this is getting too much. Perfect. Okay, so let's throw some things on empty, and we'll go metals because that's one we need. And glass we'll also put on empty, and we'll leave the rest for now. And if we need to add anything else to them later, what we can do is we can put empty, and then we'll, oh, actually, you know what? Well, what did I do? Fish. No. Okay. Empty, and then this one is going to be the unique factory products. All right, so we'll leave those two empty. I'm going to grab both of these with movement mod. Actually, let's grab everything. All the nodes. And we'll all say that height. Perfect. Okay, so now that we got that in place, I think what's going to need to happen is this is going to need to be upgraded. Perfect. So we'll do a bit of this. Oh wait, that doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, okay, so we got that in place. We got the yard. That is fantastic to see. Pretty cool. Now let's swing over here, and then let's take this along the ridge line. And connect over here. So why don't, yeah, I guess this episode went a bit longer than I was expecting. Okay, so let's just grab this. I think I did a bit more building than I was expecting to do, to be honest. All right, and down to that height. Cool. And then let's just drag the rail line. There we go. Okay, I don't really want this on. And we'll go on freeform. And let's just kind of... Ah, okay, this is why I wanted the topography on. Alright, so we're gonna come over here like so. Stay elevated right through here. And then we're gonna go into a bit of a bridge. Okay, let's go into a bridge right here. Jeez, okay. That's not the same height, is it? Same height over here. But the rail yard would definitely try to use this flat space. Or the rail company. Okay, so let's grab this. Grab all the nodes. And I would like it to all be that height. Yeah, this is doable. Okay. And we'll grab it right to here, and we'll all say that height. Oops. And that means this just needs to be lowered a bit. Very cool, very cool. All right, so let's just smooth this out a little bit. Let's turn the strength up all the way. Turn out the brush size. Smooth this area out a little bit. And then let's just back out of this. Let's just make this flat on the ground right here. Yeah, I think I can work on the grade a little bit myself off camera. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And let's just continue this on the ground. Click home, there we go. Let's turn bending back on. And since we're out in the open now, I think what we can do is we can just pretty much just take the path of least resistance, and we'll come around on this side of the highway. We'll follow this forest line, and we'll come right through here. Then pretty much what we'll do is we'll just kind of come right at this line here, and then what we'll do is we will branch off like that, branch off like that, and make pretty simple connections up. Ooh, probably should turn bending off. Okay, so that is all good. We need to do though, because I know that this is on a different grade. Ooh, I see all this water. You know what it is? It's the damn oil. Is it? Nope. 6 buildings don't have water. Oh, it's these buildings. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, so let's get back to our train line. I can't believe this episode's this long. Okay. It's only 40 minutes, but I was hoping it was gonna be like 25. Let's bring it up to about here, and we'll say slope objects. What? Is it really that low? Okay, well, let's undo that. I guess so. All right, so I think what we're going to need to do here then is we are going to need to raise this one up to about here, and then what we'll do is we will why that height? Just because. Let's slope it. There we go. And then now that this is much higher, what I can do, you know what? This definitely needs to be changed. Okay, we'll bring this out a bit more. And we'll bring it to about that point. Okay, so we'll come from about there, and we'll swing it down to here. Slope objects. Yeah, this one's still a bit off. So let's just kind of make these curves a bit nicer. And then why don't we use our new road tool here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add a node right about here, and then this way I can just kind of mimic the height of this one. All right, I think we'll do this one manually. I mean, that's pretty steep, not gonna lie, but I think it's doable. Okay, so let's smooth everything out. Let's turn out the brush size. Just kind of get everyone involved. It's a bit messy over here. Yeah, that's doable. It's fine. It's fine. It's climbing such a steep hill, and we've kind of already played around with this a little bit. I think that was like a really early on episode that we made this trench. Sometimes there's a bit of unrealism in the game, right? And you know, maybe the grade of this rail line might not be the most realistic, but I think it's fine. So this is something that'll have to change though. What I'm gonna do here though with Move It is I'm just gonna grab this, just nodes, and from about here to here, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna level it all out to be this height. Yeah. Perfect, and then we already go under the highway here. So I'm gonna grab the picker mod, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna make this elevated right here. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna grab the movement mod again, and we're gonna lower this down. Well, first of all, these 3 nodes should be at that height, and then that height. Cool. So the highway definitely needs to be elevated. Oh, darn. Thank you. The highway definitely needs to be elevated then. So what we'll do is we'll just raise it up. Right there, perfect. And then we'll have to smooth this out by sloping the terrain. Okay, slope, there we go. And we'll bring it back 4. Let's go 5. I know 4 is fine. Okay, and slope objects. Perfect, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. Rock and roll. Whoa. Okay, maybe not. It's good enough. And we will just smooth it out. Whoa, okay, what happened here? I think I missed a node. Yeah, it just seems like this node is missed. Okay, well. There we go. We'll smooth it out. Perfect. A bit steep over here, but this transition works. It's big enough for the trains. And now we have, and this works too. Great height. Swings all the way over here. Goes across this rail yard. Connects over here. It's a bit tight right here. But what can you do? A lot. And yeah, you know, the train just gotta know when a train's coming and when a train isn't coming. I think what we can do to make it a bit nicer is just tweak this up a little bit. So we will do that. Let's grab segments. It's a bit better of a curve. And it's all good over here too. Yeah, this is fine. It's a fine curve. Okay. All right. So, oh wow, look at this. This unique factory products is doing well. This cargo yard is bumping. Holy moly! All right, well. No more dilly-dallying. I will catch you next time, everyone. Have a great day, and peace out.